should be streaming now. It says I'm not dropping any frames. Well, greetings and salutations, travelers. Welcome back to the Inn of Planar Crossroads, and as always, welcome back to our, this time it's our house specials. So, our house specials is set up for, we've been shifting it to live because we've been doing it that way, or we tried to, and we're trying it with this new internet right now. I'm at my grandparents' and having to, that's why you're hearing me on a different mic and stuff like that. So hopefully it's not too different for y'all. Let me adjust some things before we start in here. I'll put this down a little bit. It looks like I was a little loud, but you guys can let me know about that. I'm monitoring the chat if anybody wants to hop in. But let me just type in here. Greetings and salutations. Oop. There you go. So, hopefully you guys are seeing me. I'm looking at little different things, trying to keep track of things. Let's just go ahead and get into this, as hopefully the live actually put out there as the title. We're getting ready for the players for this one. We are back in the realm of Atar for Adventure Academia. This is the 4th season, or the 4th playthrough. Technically 4th semester that it's been used, and every even semester means they face one of the dragons. So this is 4th semester. Last semester at the second one they faced Grum, the dauntless green dragon. Now they're facing Rexus, the demoniacal red dragon. So that's what's going on this time. Before we get there, let me go ahead and you guys can see this is the realm of Atar. Hopefully that's coming through. Now, let's go ahead and get to the epilogue. I'm using, this is Foundry VTT for those interested, Foundry Virtual Tabletop. Really works great for organizing these notes and everything. Let's go back and check out the epilogue from last time, because I don't remember if we covered that. So hopefully you guys were able to keep up with the different things going on. Let's go ahead and look at the epilogue from last time so that I can at least catch you up a little bit that way. So the epilogue reads, each of the heroes acting as a commander of a contingent of the city's forces played out well. Wilhelm and Devereaux divided the majority of the warriors between themselves, taking their respective armies to fend off the separate parts of town. Maximilian commanded the mages, unifying their meager magical power into a truly formidable force. Hildegard headed up the healers, coordinating their revitalizing forces and creating restoration chains that linked the medics to the frontline defenders. This made for one of the most unique battles in all of Atar's history, when the protectors of Los Hermosas Colinas, the reinforcements from the City of Bronze, and their allies from the Great Teeth clashed with the massive kobold invasion. Many champions were forged in the crucible of combat. But all their stories would be too lengthy of a tale for this record to tell. With the final wyvern stricken from the sky, the rest of the draconic forces were absolutely routed, and forced into a desperate retreat. With such a victory, it didn't take long for the halflings to return to their naturally gregarious nature. Within a couple of short hours, Los Hermosas Colinas went from ringing warning bells to ringing with mirthful song, as the residents celebrated their vanquishing of the Red Horde. Even the usually stoic stone folk found themselves enjoying the festivities. Despite the party taking place around them, our champions couldn't get completely into the spirit of the moment. An ominous black smoke could be seen billowing on the other side of the Great Teeth. It was undoubtedly from the volcanic home of Rexus the Red Dragon. master of the Scarlet Horde. It was he that afflicted these gentle people, he that attacked and mutated his captives into such destructive beasts. He that has declared war on the Shining Land, nay, the entirety of Atar. It is once again time for Wilhelm, Devereux, Hildegard, and Maximilian to live up to their given group name and slay another dragon. And so that's where we found ourselves this time. And that's where we're ending off. A lot of the times when I am starting with the kids, I may read this to them because they don't always get to see this. But maybe they will this time. We will see. I share these for them to listen to, but they don't always do that before the stuff, because who likes to do homework at home, right? Otherwise, let's go ahead, and since that's the only thing we need to cover right here in the VTT, we're going to be using Hero Forge to create the characters in there that are set for the kids to control. So that's Wilhelm, Devereux, Maximilian, and Hildegard. They need upgraded. Right now they're at level 1. No, pardon me. They're at level 3. They need to be level 4. They basically are a level each season, or a level each semester. So let me turn this one off and turn the browser on. There we go. There we go. Hopefully y'all are seeing that. There we go. Now y'all see it. Alright. So, we are, again, like I said, here in Hero Forge, and the kids need upgraded Wilhelm, the warrior, Devereux, the druid, wild-shaping druid, Maximilian the mage, and Hildegard the healer. So we're going to start with Wilhelm. He is the most simple to do this with. So anybody looking for an auto calculator for Open Legend, which is what I'm using the Open Legend system, you can easily use that by making a free account on Hero Forge, and then you can have a whole bunch of characters in here. So we need to get these attributes up. We always keep his might topped off if possible, but I don't think we can get to 7 yet. We're still at 6 because he's only level 4, which is fine. So let's give him a little bit of a oomph to his. Let's give him a little bit more on his guard, because he's going to need it. So his guard's up to a 5. His fortitude is up to a 6. Well, we can't. So we're going to actually bump that back down and get his fortitude up to a 6. Because Wilhelm is the frontline fighter. He is also using the Dragon's Bane sword, which he has to roll his fortitude saves to, not fortitude saves, he has to roll his fortitude. There's no such thing as a save. So he has to roll his fortitude and meet a DC to be able to continue to wield it, or to add little boosts and boons with it. And I may show those off, and not this time, but another time, because I don't want to make this too long, and we're already been streaming for about 9 minutes. So let's go ahead and keep moving. I don't want to make it, like I said, too long. But we've got here agility. Don't really need to upgrade much else for him. We may upgrade, let me see, if we upgrade his will a little bit, that might be helpful. His presence also can be useful, though I'm pretty generous when it comes to letting the kids use might or other things to intimidate if it fits the situation. Let's see. What do we have for his feats right now? We've got combat follow through 2. They really like that, so I may improve that. Combat momentum, lethal strike, battlefield opportunist 3, which those all work together for him to just sweep through kobolds. He is obliterating kobolds with that Dragon Slayer sword. So let's do... He really does need a little bit more on... he might as we go forward. Let me see if I can upgrade his presence by 1 to get it to 4 and see where we are. Nope. So let's put that back down to 3. We may have to wait a little bit. We might save these 3 points. Yeah, I think we'll save these 3 points for now. We'll save these 3 points for now on his attributes because they don't go away. And we will put them into upgrading presence and will next time. Maybe might, depending. Because his guard is high enough at the moment. He has an armor of 2. He can always we can always give him a better armor next time if we need to, or through the campaign. Like I can do that in the middle of the game sessions, like in between game sessions if the kids need it to stay not dead. Okay, so let's view some of these real quick. Our feats, we've got combat follow through, sort by cost. No, sort alphabetically. So we've got combat follow through. I want to read it again real quick to make sure I am understanding it well. Every time you bring an enemy to 0 hit points with a might or agility attack, you immediately move up to your normal speed as a free action. Okay, that helps him move, and he's got combat momentum there. His combat follow through, let me open that back up. There we go. And there they are. His combat follow through. Every time you bring an enemy to 0 hit points with a might or agility attack, you can immediately make an extra attack as a free action. This lets him just march through bad guys. It's like, he's pretty fun. When he's in the middle of combat, he's pretty fun. So, and those feed into, he has his lethal strike. I think I closed that. No, I didn't. Okay, lethal strike. He has, just to be able to do that, one thing he needs to, let me see. Your target is caught off guard. You basically do extra damage, extra advantage when you have target off guard. Target is in melee range of an ally. Now, if he had a buddy, if Devereaux wasn't more of an agility fighter, or if he was an agility fighter but he was set off to the side, it wasn't so long distance, the kids tend to play Devereaux more long distance, then we might have done this, invested more in this, but right now we're not going to, because it doesn't fit for the way the kids have been playing Wilhelm and Devereaux. So Battlefield Opportunist, I think we're pretty close to maxing that out. Let me see. Battlefield Retribution, Battlefield Opportunist. Oh no, we're not maxed out yet. So you make an additional attack of opportunity per round. And this is just to make sure he can weed through people. So he doesn't really need more than 3. Let me make sure. But each time you make an additional attack per opportunity attack per round for the tier of this feat, you can make 1 opportunity attack per targeting action, etc. Yeah, he doesn't really need another one of those, because that doesn't, I mean, even though he's surrounded, the thing he's doing is wading into battle, and then whoosh, 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 and the Battlefield Opportunist lets him get all of those little pity-Annie critters, and kobolds in this case, and slash them real fast before they get away. So he handles those before they get away. So let's instead do something different for him. What do we want for him? He does demoralized with his roar, provoked. We may do a Bane focus provoke. Let's check that out. Let me make sure that provoke is a Bane. View available Banes. Provoked. Okay. It's an agility or a might. Okay. He does agility. I mean a might. And he currently could get up to power level 6, which would target suffers disadvantage 3 if they do not include you. That would be very good for facing against Rexus. That'd be pretty good. His toughness is only 18. Rexus is going to be hitting him with that fire breath, which is probably going to be attacking toughness and not guard. But he does have a dedicated healer in the party with Hildegard, so we're going to have to see. Maximilian has his water orb crystal that is able to do that. So yeah, they should be okay. They should be okay. We may throw an opportunity for them to grab an item or something if I feel like they are having too much trouble. But let's. Okay, could we get to 3 like I was thinking? We can. That 19 might save his butt, so let's go ahead and keep. Let's go ahead and do that will up to 3. That way he can have a 19 and a 16 in his toughness and resolve respectively, and keep him up because that fire breath is going to be hitting towards toughness, not just guard, depending on where he is. Because he doesn't have fire resistant armor or anything like that. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. That's what we're going to do though. Next time we'll upgrade might and presence if necessary, if possible. We'll upgrade both of those. Okay, so Banes, he can do focused on provoked. That would be very good for his play style. The kids tend to wade in with him. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's get him. Oops. Clicking funny stuff. Alright, so let's go here and we're going to add Bane focus. Provoked. Provoked. Confirm. Alright. There we go. He's got Bane focus provoked. Now, for those wondering, Bane focus is choose a Bane that you can invoke, which in this case it is provoked. When you roll damage attack that exceeds a target's defense by 5 or more, you can inflict this Bane for free. Each attack is still capable of inflicting a Bane. Blah, 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 blah. Inflict your chosen Bane. Furthermore, when you making a Bane attack, which is what we're mainly focusing on, to inflict your chosen Bane, you gain advantage 2 on the Bane attack roll. What that means is if he dedicates his main offensive thing that he's going to do to inflict the Bane of provoked, so he's saying, come at me, or something like that, that's what it's called. If he does that, he has advantage 2 to doing so, so he's better at doing that. It lets him target more than one person more effectively. They're usually the dragon fights are one-on-one, but there are environmental things that happen also. So anyway, this works well. Close that. So Bane focus 3, and he's got all of his feat points spent, so that's good. He doesn't need any new things here. I always put this stuff in the little character sheet that I give the kids, not that I have on here. So like the boon information, the Bane information, and stuff like that. I think we are pretty much good for him. It doesn't always take very long to upgrade people in Open Legend. You're usually fine if you're continuing to upgrade once every now and then. You're planning through those. You don't have to worry too much about it. So that is upgraded. So we're going to hit override character. This is something that you need to make sure that you do if you're doing your changes on a new character sheet and you want to keep the old one. This is the level 4 character sheet. If I wanted to save a new one, I would hit the green Save New Character instead of Override Character, but I want to override the character because I had this ready to go. So Override Character for level 4, and I'll get this entered in later for the kids printout. Now we're on Devereaux. Devereaux, the Wild Shaping Druid. He has here his alteration. We should be able to upgrade to 6. Yes, we can upgrade to 6. So we are definitely going to do that. His prescience has come in useful, but I'm thinking we're going to need a bit of boosting with his maybe agility and stuff. So we're going to increase his agility to 5 if possible. No, can't do that. So back down to 4. Okay. So it's at 4, 6, 6. He's a bit spread out. He does most of his he transforms to do most of his things. So that's why we're wanting to have that alteration at 6, as high as can be basically. Let's leave that for a second in case we need to change something. But I'm pretty sure that's going to be what it'll be until we can upgrade that that agility. Well, the will or the agility, we'll have to see. Okay, let's look at feats before we do anything else with him. He's a transformer. He wild shapes into different things. So he's got 4 forms that he uses separately. And let's do here. Now, let's check the ones he has right now, which is Boon Focus 2 Shapeshift. I don't think we'll have to upgrade that because mainly what we needed was making it a quick transformation. Advantage 3 on your action. Additionally, on a single target. Additionally, you may invoke the boon 1 time increment faster. So that's what we wanted, see. That's why he has a tier 2. So instead of a main action, it's a minor action. And that's what we wanted to do. We don't really need level 3, I don't think, which is the effect after tier 3 varies based on the duration of the boon. Boon sustain persists. You gain advantage 4 on your action to invoke. Sustain persists. Additionally, 1 instance of the boon can be sustained each round as a free action. So we could shift up his minor actions to do that if we want to. That might be nice for the kids to have a minor action back, but we'll see. I don't think we actually need that because we also have superior concentration with him, which let me show you what that does. Superior, where'd it go? Elemental PQR. Why don't I see it? LS. Maybe because it's maxed out. Let me check. Yeah, I don't think so though. Let me just go here to feats. As a whole, superior concentration, 1 through 3. Okay, he may be he's almost maxed. Take the sustain boon minor action. You may sustain 1 additional boon per tier of this feat which you possess. So that means you are able to hold those together. That's tricky. Let's see. Do we want one or the other or neither? Because He may be better with something else. Boon focus. Check something. If an invocation time is a move action, it becomes a minor action. We are going to probably upgrade. We're going to put Boon Focus 3 instead. Ready to go. Boon Access, Boon Focus 3. Shapeshift. Confirm. Alright, that maxes out his feat points. So now he's able to do that better. Let's check his boon real quick of Shapeshift to make sure we have it checked out correctly. Shapeshift. It is one major action, which becomes a minor action with boon focus, and it becomes a easy sustain. So we are good there. Transform into a creature, the highest. So now he can go up to 6. Shapeshift into a living creature of different physiology, such as an element, an ooze, or a plant, which might be useful. He's technically like a star druid, like a wild shaping star druid. So he changes into animals based on the constellations in the sky. He's got a serpent, a spider, a bear, and another creature. So I need to actually upgrade those, shift those around probably too, so that the kids will have something more viable to use against Rexus. But I might hold off on that right away. We'll see. But it is good at the moment. Seems that they are good. So let's go ahead. He was an easy upgrade as well. I don't think there's anything else he needs. Most of his guard and toughness and resolve, those will switch around when he goes into those different forms. That's why I'm not too worried about him. Oop, wrong character. That's why I'm not too worried about him. He's got 15, 13, 14. It's not amazing. He does have 1 armor. We might shift that around a little bit, but because we can always add a better armor for the kids. That is true. That is a true thing. All right, I think that's good enough. Let's go ahead and override character again, and then shift to Maximilian. Okay, we've been on a little less than 30 minutes. We're pretty good, doing okay. So Maximilian, movement has been very useful for him, as well as energy. His energy's at 6 already, so that means we would probably be upgrading his movement. Let me kind of work with this real quick. They didn't use a lot of movement last time. He actually has several feat points he can spend. He had apparently banked 1. They've been working with the elemental magic with him mainly, but he has that ability to support with haste. Attribute substitution is already allowed, so that's why his agility is 5. That's why he's got a guard of 16. Probably need to bump that up. Probably need to go to 6 with that, because he needs to be able to not get hit as much. His will is already as high as I'm going to get it right this minute. His learning, might need his learning up for story reasons another time. It would make sense also that he's gaining learning because he is working through some things with his skills. So I'm not adverse to doing that. But for right now, let's leave it out how it is. So, now we have some feat points to spend. And for him, it's kind of tricky. The kids have been using a lot of powers. I could do that. He does use an elemental focus, but I don't really want to do that because that's a bit more than I want to have the kids messing around with. There's this ability called elemental that is called extraordinary focus that you can get as a feat, and it means that like the crystals that he's using, those flavor, those affect what element are in the attacks he uses, like fire crystal for fire, water orb for water, stuff like that, just to give it something to work with for the kids, some visual aid. But he can do magic without that, so it's just not as good, which is exactly what it would be with the elemental focus. Maybe when I rework this for main release, I will do that, but not now. Let's check his available feats. Area manipulation especially. For each tier of this feat, you can omit a 5-foot square from being target. Oh yeah, I need to kind of fix that in Wilhelm too, make sure that's on there. Wilhelm is a large character now, not a medium. He's a full-grown Minotaur. He was just barely not full-grown in the first season, so in the third and fourth season, he's full-grown, which means he's a large creature, not a other. I don't think that's affecting anything right now, so we're okay. So come back here, Maximilian, and he's got some things here. Attribute substitution. Oh, okay, we already got that. Boon Focus Haste is on there to encourage the kids to use it. You can have 2 people on haste. That might be useful for us. But they might need the damage also. Let's look at area manipulation. So 5-foot square. If we did another one, that'd be 10-foot square. And there's 5. No, let's do multi-attack specialist. Let's look at that. That would probably be better for him. Multi-attack specialist. An additional attack. Okay, when you start your turn, you may declare you are multi-attacking, which is normal. You must state how many extra attacks, your corresponding number, additional actions, each attacks. All of your attacks around suffer disadvantage equal to 3 times the number of additional attacks you declare. For each tier of this feat you possess, reduce the disadvantage penalty by 1. So, when you multi-attack, it's disadvantage 3. So if we give him, he's already negating 2 of them. So, no, wrong person. He's already negating 2 of them. No, he needs more of this so that he doesn't hit his buddies. Multi-attack specialist. I wonder how many we can do. Multi-attack specialist. 2. I've already got 2. Can I do 2 more? I think so. 1, 2. Can we do this? Yes. That was boon specialist. Attack specialist 3. We're gonna do ranged. There we go. Yeah, we can do that. Okay. No, that we were on boon specialist, weren't we? Can we control Z? No. That goes back to 6. Okay. Let me check his other character sheet and see which one I had. it was attack specialist area, multi-target attack specialist area. That was mainly for his it was for his area. We're going to switch that from area to ranged. We're going to switch it to ranged because I should have made it ranged in the first place, because area is requires a lot more strategy than the kids are going to be employing. So though that might change. I don't know. That area manipulation is unnecessary if we don't need that. We'll leave it there for now. We'll leave it there for now. Okay. Alright. Close that. I think we're good for him. Yes, I think we're good for him. So we will hit override character. Now we are on we're on the last one. So we're on Hildegard. Boon focus. Let's look at her availables. Her boon focus heal is what she's mainly really good at. One, you invoke a boon on a single target, you automatically succeed. You can invoke a boon on any power levels. But you get an advantage 2 on an action roll to invoke the boon. Is not a single target. Okay. But you get advantage 2. So basically you negate the disadvantage. She's usually not healing more than one person at a time, but that's okay. We will make it where she can heal. We're going to go to Boon Focus 2. Boon Focus. Where's it at? Up here in B. Boon Focus 2. Heal. Confirm. She's really good at healing. That's what she is built for. So I already knew what we were kind of doing with her here. Her superior concentration is for like something like restoration, not restoration, regeneration, and things like that. Her creation has been pretty good. She's been doing protection lately, so it's already at 6. So let's go ahead and bump creation up to 6, and then put her armor's at 3 because it doesn't really hurt her to have heavy armor on, or well, special armor. And I think she would be fine to upgrade her agility by 1. That would probably work good for her. So she's 16 across the board on her defenses. Good deal. Good deal. Alright. And she was an easy upgrade. So. Alright. We're going to override character. And we are set and done. So, that's a good deal. Close that, close that. Let's actually look back at Wilhelm and Devereaux. Well, Wilhelm, real quick. I want to... His guard's already pretty good. He's got his beast breastplate, which is medium armor. We might upgrade that. His bull's breastplate. We might upgrade that with an enchantment. Let's go ahead and upgrade that into heavy. Give him 1 more armor. And call that pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okie dokie. I think we are set for him. Now, as we go forward, his level ups may be devoted to more to... What is it? They may be devoted more to his defenses. Alright. I think that's what we've got, guys. Override character. He's at 23 on his guard. Okay. We're doing set, y'all. So let's go back to legend here. Oh, well, just to show this off, this is what we're using for those that also want to play along. and we'll be releasing this a little later, at some point. So hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you had fun. I had fun messing around, looking at the realm of Atar and different things along that line. So, yeah. As always, I guess, have a great day. God bless and enjoy. Bye.